Yeah, man, Mad Skillz, a.k.a. I still call you Mad Skillz, man.
No, it's still Mad Skillz.
It's still Mad Skillz?
Yes.
My brother Skillz. That was back in 2014. 10 years later, he's Grammy-nominated. Give it up for Skillz. He's in the building.
Was that when I was rapping and DJing when I was up here?
Yeah,
wow,
yeah. He rapped.
About
you
that.
did everything, bro. You true quintessential hip hop person.
Man.
We don't ever do one skill set.
No, we don't.
Right?
We don't.
Did you grow up DJing?
I mean, I had, my mom had turntables. I used to mess around with them. I did everything in the culture. Like, I used to break dance, wrote graffiti, but rapping was the first thing that I got a reaction from.
Well,
so
okay.
I was like, this must mean I must be able to do this. So
that's what happened.
Yeah.
From where? That was the first project, right?
Yeah, 1996. From where?
And then how many projects did you do after that? You did Skillz, formerly known as Mad Skillz, right?
Yeah. It was like 2 years when I was on like Raucous. I was just Skillz, and then I went back to Mad Skillz. I think I did like 8 albums since from where.
Wow. Since then, done 8 albums.
Not even mixtapes. You add in the mixtapes, you're talking like 14 projects.
Wow.
That's 14 projects.
Yeah, at least.
And that's all out of love. That obviously wasn't for profit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was on every label ever. Big Beat, Atlantic,
Mm-hmm.
Raucous. I was signed with Timberland. Did a lot of work over there. Then that folded. Went to Raucous. Then that folded.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went, you need Koch, E1, like, then my own label. I done been on 6, 7 different record labels.
Damn. Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's
But
like
we always, we always find a way. That's how we are, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the true definition of musical chairs, right?
Yes,
Okay.
in a real way. In a real way.
All of those projects, and it took the one spoken word project that you put together.
Yeah.
That's for best spoken word poetry. That's up for Grammy consideration.
Yes.
What do you think is the difference? Made the difference between this poetry album, the spoken word project, and the projects before, in terms of getting this recognition?
The projects before I was rapping, right? I was in my rap mode. You know me. I'm a nature. My nature is like a battle rapper. So I'm in rap mode, but this time was like I'm an elder statesman in hip hop at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I teach hip hop at a school in VA.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first project where I was honest and vulnerable. And you know, Sway, coming from where we come from, our culture, we're like, oh, I don't want nobody in my business. What happens in this house, stay in this house. That's how we grew up. So for me to put this project out, and I'm just literally talking about my life. I'm talking about 7 things that happened in my life that changed the direction of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So the song we just listened to is my parents' meeting, and then after that, me hearing music in the house for the first time, my mama playing music.
Mm-hmm.
First time I fell in love, my first child, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And all of these things are first. So it's 7 number ones that changed the direction of my life. So the first time that I do this, and I remember when I cut the first 2 songs, I was like, I can't rap this.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what
that had to be an adjustment, right?
Yeah, I was like, and you know me, if I hear snare,
You're going to bounce.
I wanna flow, like, but I'm like, I can't rap this. So I did the first 2 songs, me and James Poyser, and
James Poyser.
James Poyser's on
Play
the
with
album.
the Roots, Access Music Group,
Yeah.
okay.
So I sent him to James, and he was like, keep going, just keep going. And I was like, oh, okay. So I had these concepts, and I did the 7 songs, and I went to mix it. I went to mix it down and I mastered it. And we always do the car test as
What it
musicians.
sound like?
We got to listen to it in the car.
That's right.
So I'm driving back to the crib and I'm listening to it in the car, and I get back home and and I was supposed to put it out the next day. I told my wife, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna put this out. And she was like, why? And I was like, it's too personal. Like it's too personal. She was like, no, you should put it out. And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, well, you already told people you got a new project coming out. Like, don't disappoint them. And I was like, they be all right. I was like, I don't think I'm putting this out. So we went back and forth about it all night. And then the next morning, she's like, no, you're putting this out. And I'm like, nah, babe, I don't think so. And she's like, no, I'm gonna stand right here. Like, whatever button you got hit, like, you putting this out. And then I put it out.
Wow.
And then Grammy nomination.
I know who the first person you going to thank if you get on that stage, right? Grammy nomination. But, we often, I remember growing up in hip-hop, it was like, I don't care about no award. I don't care about no Billboard. I don't care about no Grammy award. I don't care about that. But when you get older, what that Grammy Award consideration feel like for you?
I mean, for me, it just feels like 30 years in the making.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people that are reaching out like, man, it's about time. It's overdue and this and the third. And I'm like, you know, I never been this vulnerable on a project. And it's just about my life and the things that I went through. Because I feel like we all have things that happen in our life that make us who we are. You know what I mean? Like, for me and you, hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as we heard hip-hop, that was it.
And you got a track called Hip Hop on it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Heather, like, so it's certain things that we can go back to and be like, yo, I might can ask you, yo, Sway, what was you doing on November 10th, 1994? And you like, Skillz, I don't know. And I go, Sway, where was you at the first time you heard Illmatic? And you go, man, I was in the homie car. Like,
that is true.
So the music is attached to the memories. So for me, it's always been a memory that was surrounded by music. So for me, those 7 number ones are 7 things that happened that changed my life.
What was the hardest thing on this project for you to talk about that was related to you personally?
My father, me not really knowing my dad, and then later on finding out that my dad died from drugs. He died from a heroin overdose, and my mom died from a heroin overdose 30 years apart. So me making the connection that my father was the one that turned my mom on to heroin was very hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting down, and I'm taping these conversations with my grandma just to go back and listen to them, just so I can have them. I was never planning on putting this on no record. But my grandma is telling me how my parents met. So now it's crazy because I'm like, if I win a Grammy, like my grandma will win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Like she'll be on a Grammy-nominated project at
my
97 years old.
Wow, man, that's amazing.
So, yeah, man, sometimes, you got to look back in retrospect to the things that, make you who you are. And this album is a retrospect and me just going back. And it was hard, man. Because I'm a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said,
did you have to redo a lot of the you had to stop down and let me do it again?
Yes,
I'm rapping, right?
Yes, I was like, and don't get me wrong, it's in the rhythm, but it's still spoken words. So for me, I was just like, once I started letting my friends hear it, they were like, nah, man, you got to put this out. And once I put it out, I was never like going to submit it or anything. And one of my homegirls called me and she was like, no, you got to submit this. And I was like, to what? She was like, for the Grammys. Like, you got to submit this. Like,
how do you do that?
Like, right. So, I mean, I knew I wanted to impact the Grammy, so I had got in as a member, but not like I wasn't gonna put nothing out. You know what I mean? And she was like, "No, you should submit your own project." And I was like, "You can do that?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once I found out I could, I was like, oh, "Okay, cool, throw it up," and then boom, this happened.
I love it, man. Give it up for Skillz, and this is for consideration, right? But for best spoken word poetry. So you're on the campaign.
Yes, I'm on the campaign. If you are a Grammy voter and you want to listen to the album and you would like to consider it, please do. We're voting now until January 2nd, and then February 2nd in LA we find out who won.
Okay, and the album is called
7 number ones.
We got Fast Vass on the line from Washington. Say what up to Skillz, Fast
Vass. Sean Barrow. What up, family?
Hey, what's up, HB? What's up, Sway? What's up, Tracy? Hey, yo, check this out. Mad Skillz. I went to school with you. I went to Huguenot. You was over. I think you was at TJ at George Whip, but we JHW family, bro. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you.
Oh, thank you,
took
man.
Richmond to New York, bro.
Yeah.
When you went to New York, we went to New York with you, man. We love you, man. You are Richmond's finest.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And
man.
I'm curious because Fast Vass bring up a good point. Everybody had to make a pilgrimage to New York.
What?
At some point. Real MCs.
What?
True.
I was here in '93.
How hard was that on you though? Not being from here.
Hard.
Yeah,
I always tell people if I was from New York, I never would have made it. I don't think I would have made it.
Why you say that?
Because there's so many good rappers up here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Mecca. So when we was coming here in '93, we was trying to get on. So when I would come back, when I did the New Music Seminar in '93, when we go back to VA, it's like, yo, Skillz went to New York and battled New York. Like, that's how people was talking back home. So for me to come back home, like, it was a real thing. Like, I've been screaming VA since '91.
Who was the back then MCs we know now that that you had to
Supernatural.
Oh my God.
Me and Supernatural went head to head in '93. Shout to Supernatural, man. Yeah, me and Supernatural went head to head, and they couldn't decide. Like, they went back and forth. Like, it's on YouTube. You can look at it. Shout to Supernatural because he brought out the best of me.
Supernatural is one of the greatest ever.
Freestylers ever. Life. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
100%.
And when we did that battle in '93, rest in peace, Clark Kent. There's a Superman battle for world supremacy, and I came in second. You know what I mean? And I technically lost. But, you know, a year later, you know, I started hanging out with Q-Tip, and then I did Stretch and Bobbito, and then that was it.
It catapulted it to the...
That freestyle went viral.
Wow.
Before viral was viral.
It was viral. We used to, we pulled it off a cassette tape.
Yeah.
And we would play it on the wake-up show. The rumor was that you were so good at freestyling that it sounded like it was written verses.
that verse was actually written.
Okay.
And that was in the same style of remember KRS-One hip hop versus rap.
Yeah.
I was trying to do what Chris was doing. With
nice.
newer songs. You know what I'm saying? With Farside and Onyx and Master Ace and you know what I mean and Method Man. Like so, this was all when Wu-Tang Clan was new and Black Moon was new. Like so to come to New York, man, and try to get on, it was, you know, it was the Mecca. Like we would come here and just take meetings and be outside, go to clubs, go to parties.
Who was the first DJ to give you a shot? Other than Stretch,
Clark
Kent,
Kent.
DJ Clark Kent, rest in power, man.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Clark Kent.
I love that. Hey, Fast, thank you, man. You a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Vinny in Maryland, you want to say something to Skillz?
Vinny.
Oh, hold on. Hit that for me, Torch, line 1.
Vinny, we coming.
Can you get that, Torch?
Thank God it's today.
Okay.
That's Vinny.
Okay, Vinny, go ahead.
Thank God it's today, y'all. Thank God it's today. What's going on?
What up, son?
What up?
Yo, hey, I first Heather B, Sway, Tracy G, DB. What's up, everybody? What's up, family?
What up?
Hey, Vinny.
Yo, but it's so important. Skillz,
Yes.
Mad Skillz. Thank you for all you do, brother, for hip hop. Real talk. You are, of course, Biz Markie is the reason why I got into hip hop, right? Why I love hip hop, but you took it to a whole nother level, brother. You helped me raise my girls, man, my daughters, right? You know, Jaden. Shout out to Jaden.
Yes,
Adriana, and Layla.
yes, Vinny. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother?
Oh,
Yo,
y'all
man.
know each other?
Like, he's a long-time fan. He's
What?
a long-time
Yeah.
fan. And he always tells me.
Yo, my brother and I were talking about you 2 days ago, Vinny. We were talking about how you raised your daughters and kept in touch with us through this show and how
Yeah.
Heather bought a piece of art
Yeah,
from one of his
several
daughters.
pieces.
Wow.
And it's hanging in Heather's house right
Yes,
now.
it is.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Wow.
Love
Vinny.
y'all, man. Thank
Love you
you.
too,
Thank
bro.
you. But
Love you
listen,
too,
it's
man.
important. It's important. Thank you for everything, brother, and congratulations, man. Fuck yeah, you finally getting love you, man.
There you
Real
go.
talk.
Love you too, bro. Love you too,
favorite
man.
rapper. Blessings, y'all.
Okay. I love it, man.
Yeah,
Vinny, thank you, brother. You're a super citizen.
Us Sway in the morning.
Skillz, I know this is just a quick visit for us today, but I wanted to make sure you got a chance to be on the platform so we could put this out there. And anybody who's Grammy, you know,
Yeah, Grammy voters, check it out, man. It's an amazing project, and it's a good album. It's a quick listen. You know what I mean? I think it's like 28 minutes long. It's not long at all.
Okay.
27.
And you know, it's another song on there called Fatherhood, right? Where I'm talking about my first daughter being born, and
Can you give us a little bit of that?
yeah. Like I no, what I'm saying is I have the I was telling you it's a video of it.
Okay.
So it's a video on my page of me playing her the song for the first time.
No.
Right?
How old is she?
She's 30 now.
Okay.
So she listens to the song, and you know I play her songs. And the funny part is she gets in the car and I'm like, I want to play you something. Like, that's regular for me and my daughter. And she's like, oh my God, did you do a wrap up? And I'm like, no, I didn't do a wrap up. I'm like, it's no wrap up. I said, but I want to play you something. So I play her the song, and she don't even know I got the camera filming. Right? So I film her reaction, and then after the piece, like she, you know, we get emotional in the car, like, cause any father, you know what I mean, is gonna feel that moment. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at the video, and in my mind, I go, yo, this is the music video. Like, it don't got to be a whole bunch of lights and cameras and action and glossy, you know, like, just post this. This is the video. So I put that video up the other day, and man,
What kind of reaction?
The fathers alone were like, bro, I watched this with my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, we need more transparency. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be there for our kids. Like, so just seeing how it's affecting people and people are reacting to it, it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Oh, man. I'm really happy for this guy, man.
Thank
because
you, man.
let me tell you why. People often try to box you in.
Yes.
Throughout your whole career.
Yes.
You know, they always want to make you something they see you as.
Right.
And not recognize who you truly are.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this project so special. People get to hear about the person we know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In a
Yeah.
way that they never had, you know. And so hearing you tell stories about your daughter and me being a father, you know, it's hard not to cry when your daughters acknowledge you.
Yes, man. Because that's what we do it for.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
we
Like,
do.
that's what we do it for. So it's just a beautiful feeling, man, to be able to connect with other people and for you to be able to listen to my journey and think about your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we said, the music makes you reflect and have memories. So I'm just the vessel, man. I was just the vessel to make this happen.
Skillz. Give it up for Skillz, man. The new project is the 7 number ones.
Yes.
Man, we
Grammy
got
nominated.
Grammy nominated. If you're a voter, man, listen to this project. You would not waste a vote if you voted for him, right? We have Black Ice up here.
Yes. One of the greats.
One of the greats. Amazing
Greats.
project. Him and Rich Nice put together that, too.
Yes.
You know, so we rooting for all of you.
Yeah, man.
In the hallway, we bumped into another regional hero from where you're from.
Yes.
Goes
yes.
by the name of?
Mervyn Mayo, man.
He's
My
up
brother.
next.
Yes. Richmond, VA. We all over.
We
serious.
all over Richmond. Skillz.
hey.
Love you, man.
Love you too, bro. Thank you, man.
Congratulations and
Yes.
happy holidays.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
Same to y'all. I'll see y'all in a minute.
888-742-3345.
Catch him on the Grammys February 2nd. Bye-bye.